Hello, welcome back to our channel, where we talk about health and fitness. This is episode 6 of the series, How to Start Your Fat Loss Journey. In this episode, we are going to talk about mindset.
Let's be real for a second. The hardest part of losing fat isn't the meal plan. It's not the gym schedule. It's the war you fight between your ears every single day. It's that constant, exhausting negotiation with the voice inside your own head. And that's exactly what we're going to tackle today, the part that almost no one talks about. You know the voice I'm talking about. It's the one that whispers to you late at night, saying you've already blown it for the day, so you might as well finish the entire pint of ice cream. It's the one that convinces you that an entire pizza is the only answer to a stressful day. That is the real battleground, and that's what we're here to finally understand. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to uncover the real reason most of us stumble. Then we'll dive deep into the emotional eating cycle. From there, we'll get into the surprisingly logical reason we sabotage ourselves. And we'll finish up by building your own mental toolkit, your path to resilience. We're going from understanding the problem to owning the solution. Okay, first up, emotional eating. And here's the deal. We have to approach this with zero judgment. Seriously, this isn't a weakness, it's not a character flaw, it's a behavior that you learned. And to change it, we first have to understand why it's there in the first place. So what even is emotional eating? Well, at its core, it's just using food to feel better, to cope. Your brain learned probably a long time ago that a cookie could make you feel safe or that chips could distract you from feeling bored. Over years, that connection becomes a superhighway in your brain. That's why just stopping feels impossible. This has nothing to do with willpower, it's about rewiring a very old habit. Think of this as your in-the-moment gut check. It's actually pretty simple. Physical hunger kind of creeps up on you, right? Emotional hunger hits you like a lightning bolt. When you're physically hungry, a salad or some chicken sounds pretty good. But when it's emotional, nope. You need that specific thing. And the biggest clue? Physical hunger ends with satisfaction. Emotional hunger? Well, that almost always ends with a side of guilt. Learning to spot this difference is step 1. And this, right here, is why it feels like a trap you can't escape. It starts with a trigger. You're stressed, you're sad, whatever. That leads to an intense craving. Then the eating, and for a minute, you get some relief. But then step 5 hits, that wave of guilt and shame. And here's the kicker we always miss. That feeling of shame, it doesn't stop the cycle. It fuels it. It becomes the brand new trigger, and the whole thing starts all over again. No amount of willpower can break a loop like this, but understanding it, that's how you start. So let's go a layer deeper, because this all feeds into something even more confusing: self-sabotage. This is when you're actually doing great, you're seeing results, and then you find a way to blow it all up. It feels completely insane, right? But believe it or not, there's a twisted kind of logic behind it. So I want you to just pause for a second and really ask yourself this. Why do you do it? Why do you pull the rug out from under yourself right when you're starting to succeed? I'm betting the answer isn't what you think it is. See, self-sabotage isn't about weakness. It's actually a form of protection. Your brain is trying to keep you safe in what it knows, even if what it knows is painful. Maybe you're afraid to really try, because if you give it 100% and still fail, what then? Or, and this one's a big one, what if you succeed? What if you lose all the weight and you're still not happy? That's a terrifying thought. Maybe deep down you feel like you don't deserve it. Or maybe, just maybe, you don't know who you are without this struggle. It's become part of your identity. And this weird protective instinct, it usually shows up as one specific, totally destructive thought pattern. It's probably the #1 reason people give up. We call it the all-or-nothing trap. I want you to burn this image into your brain. You eat one cookie you didn't plan for. That's the crack in the windshield. Annoying, but not a disaster. But then your brain says, well, the whole day's ruined now, and you eat the entire box. That's driving the car into a wall. The first mistake is tiny. It's the all-or-nothing decision you make afterward that causes the real damage. Okay, so we have diagnosed the problem. We've looked at square in the eye, we get the emotional eating, we get the self-sabotage. Now let's talk about the fix. It's time to shift gears and build your toolkit. These are the actual strategies you can use to build mental strength. First tool in your kit, and this one is a game changer, the 24-hour reset rule. It is so simple. A bad day lasts for 24 hours, and that's it. It ends when you go to sleep. You do not wake up and starve yourself to make up for it. You don't punish yourself with extra cardio. You just wake up and get right back on your plan. This one rule stops one bad day from bleeding into a bad week or a bad month. It contains the damage. Next up, you can't just take away an old coping tool without replacing it. Food was doing a job for you, right? It was solving an emotional problem. So you have to find a new, better solution. If you're feeling stressed, the answer isn't a bag of chips, it's a 5-minute walk to literally calm your nervous system. Bored? Don't go to the pantry. Go find one small 5-minute task to complete. Lonely? Text a friend. You have to match the new behavior to the feeling you're actually trying to fix.
Okay, this one is huge. The conversation you have with yourself after you mess up decides everything that happens next. Beating yourself up, saying, "I have no willpower," that just throws more fuel on the shame cycle fire. But shifting that language to, "Okay, I'm still learning how to handle this trigger," that creates a solution. Self-forgiveness isn't about being soft on yourself. It's about being strategic. It's the fastest way to get back on track. All of these tools, everything we've talked about, it all leads to this one final major shift in your mindset. It's the shift from trying to do healthy things to simply being a healthy person. It's a world of difference.
And that's the bottom line, right there. You don't wait until you hit your goal weight to finally feel like a healthy person. You start acting like one right now. Every single choice you make is like casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. Did you go for that walk? That's a vote. Did you choose the healthier meal? Another vote. You don't wait for the feeling, you build the identity one small action at a time. So, we've gone on a journey. We looked at that vicious shame-eating cycle. We understood the bizarre logic of self-sabotage, and we built a toolkit with things like the 24-hour reset and the language of self-forgiveness. It all boils down to building a new identity through your actions. So here's what I want you to do. Just one thing. Think about your biggest trigger, the one that popped into your head while we were talking. I just want you to write it down. Don't fix it, don't judge it, just name it. That's the first step.
Because once you know what that old story is, you can finally start to write a new one. So what's the real story that voice in your head has been telling you all this time? And more importantly, what's the story you're going to start telling now?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, which give us motivation to make better content for you. See you in the next episode.